Hi guys, welcome to Worth Living with myself, Kamo.
And Mercy.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about marriage.
Okay, we figured out most marriages don't make it out to 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, but we just decided to share with you guys some of the few aspects or some of the key things that we do. The first thing that stands out for me is communication. How we communicate and how we speak to each other with maturity and with love and how we regard each other, how we communicate even to the core, to the little things that some people might think they're not important.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm a good communicator.
Are you trying?
Uh, Guys, so
Good communicator, babe.
oh, thank you.
Good communicator. I hope I am.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are.
But you can't
All
say
right.
I'm sure
I'm
you
sure
are.
you. I'm sure you
I need an
are.
answer for that.
I'm sure you are. But anyway, yeah. No, you are a good communicator.
Okay.
I know I'm not as good as you, so I
Okay.
think yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll let it slide for this time.
Okay.
So communication, I think communication is really important, guys. One of the things I think makes communication important is the fact that when we're in a relationship like this, we are partners,
Mhm.
and partners means we are going somewhere,
Mm.
right? And what will it be if one partner goes a certain way while the other is going a certain way, or if one partner decides to go without telling the other partner,
Where they're
right?
going. Mm-hmm.
So it's no longer a partnership. you know I don't know what I can call it. It's no longer a partnership. So I think communication is important in that regard, that we communicate, to realign where we're going, where do we come from, how do we fix this, are you okay with this, so that we also understand each other. Because I think what tends to happen is that we get too busy with life and with our careers.
Yeah.
I know you are both a businesswoman and a career woman at the same time,
And a mother.
and a
And a
mother.
wife.
Yeah,
And someone's daughter.
yeah. So all these things that keep us busy in life, they can really derail us
Yeah.
from what is important
Yeah.
to us.
And I think what stands out more with us is the fact that even in, I don't want to say quarrels, but even in our
Disagreements. We don't quarrel.
disagreements, we don't quarrel. Even,
Honestly, we don't quarrel.
even in our
We've done it
disagreements,
once and it didn't work.
even in our disagreements, we sort of communicate with respect and with love, and which is one of the things that has made our marriage to reach this far. Honestly, I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember any disagreement where we had like all the fire words where you have to
I
scream
remember
out.
one instance, but
Okay.
it wasn't that bad. I was just surprised
Okay.
how you reacted.
What did they do?
No, I'm not gonna tell. Remember, we yeah, I'm not gonna tell.
Okay. Okay. Was it bad?
No, it was just something it
Okay.
looked like in the movies.
Hmm.
Wasn't bad. You just broke a little thing in the house, so I could see that you're really angry. Are you okay with me saying that? Okay, we'll edit that out. Okay, guys. But anyway, I think communication and respect, yeah,
Yeah.
and respect is not only needed by me as a man, right? Of course, I
Good
value
point.
respect very much,
Mm.
but I have to respect you also as my wife, as my friend,
Yeah.
as my partner,
Mm.
because if I respect you, you probably respect me. I know you do respect
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
well, I had, I don't know if it's Dr. Miles Monroe said that if you give a woman a seed, she gives you a baby. It's just an example.
Mm.
But if I treat you good, it comes back to me multiplied.
Yeah.
That's the reason. That's the point I'm trying to raise here.
Yeah. And I
So
can actually confirm to that because um the respect is propelled by the fact that you respect me
mhm.
and you regard me, and even in our disagreements you just speak to me like, like you would want me to speak to you.
Yeah,
So
true.
the same with me.
Mhm.
I want to believe.
Yes, it is the case.
Okay, babe. So yeah, I'm done with the first point of communication.
Yeah. So the other thing I think has really brought us here is friendship.
Yeah.
Um, we are friends.
Yeah.
When the other benefits of this companionship aren't there, friendship tends to stay longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we remain friends, and I think that has helped us to support each other even when we disagree,
Mm.
even when we've had trouble from family,
Yeah.
either side. And the fact that we're friends, we say we're going to move on together because you're my friend.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so true. And I think I remember that when we were back at varsity. And I don't know with other ladies, but for me, and I know most ladies or most men would feel like being friend zoned doesn't give them an opportunity to score a point, and but for me, that is one of the requirements that I needed first, to be able to see if we're gonna go somewhere, because it's in friendship, that why are you doing that?
No, I just want to clarify something. If I fell, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay, okay.
If I fell into the friend zone, we wouldn't be here. Okay. I think I made my point from the beginning. I made my point from the beginning. I don't know what I said, but it worked, and I think I made it clear. I don't want us to be friends. I like you.
Okay,
That's it.
okay, babe.
But obviously,
Okay,
the
babe.
friendship part had to come in because that's how you would understand each other.
Exactly.
You open up to each other,
Exactly.
and that helped us to decide a way forward.
Okay, babe. Okay, just for the record, I didn't friend zone you. I just wanted to say it's one of my requirements. It
No,
was
you
one
did
of my
you
requirements.
did your
It
prerequisites.
was my own way of doing my own research. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you explained it better.
Why do you think starting off with building friendship first is important for you?
We get to know each other, man.
Yeah.
We get to know each other, and I think building that type of friendship. I remember one pastor was talking about different types of love, the Eros and the Philadelphia and all that, and how the Philadelphia is for what, the girlfriend and boyfriend, and then right,
Friends.
it's just friends.
Yeah.
And I from that teaching, I saw that it's important to have all the three, right? We have the Eros, and then the Philadelphia and the Agape. So I saw that it's important to have the three, so that because the Eros is the most attacked. Why are you laughing? It's the most attacked form of love in life. You know, with different temptations outside and all that. Like, it's the most wanted. If I may put it like that, the devil is after Eros. So I believed that
He's very good at errors. Very good.
So
I see it all the time.
So I believe that if you have the Philadelphia, which is the friendship zone, if the devil tries to do anything to Eros, you will have the Philadelphia, and obviously the agape, which is the center. We all will always be there, but you will have the Philadelphia to lean on, whilst you trying to recoup the Eros.
Yeah.
And I think it's important, and I believe it's important.
Yeah, it is important. I mean, as much as I have very few friends outside of this friendship,
Yeah.
but friendship is important. I know earlier on we spoke about, mental wellness. That is really fundamental in the times that we are in, the
Yeah.
times of COVID
Mm-hmm.
and the pandemic and the
Yeah.
lockdowns.
Yeah.
If you don't have friends in this time, it can really affect you. So I mean, friendship goes a long way, but at the
Yeah.
same time, friendship can I call it friendship, in the sense that friends that are not really your friends, friends that are there for to take something and go, can really destroy you at the same time. But anyway, I digress. That's not what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about friendship in marriage and what has worked for us.
Yeah.
That we became friends.
Yeah.
Where you could be my buddy, I become your buddy, and then one moment I become your wife, you become my husband, and one moment I can tell you what happened. And but you are my best friend after all.
Yeah.
You're my best friend after all. So yeah, friendship is important. It's one of the things that has kept us this far. And we're still talking about how we're in lockdowns and the pandemic and all that. And you can imagine a couple that don't have um, the friendship, and they have to be locked together inside the house, and the only time they will be meeting each other is at the eros level of it, because they're married, they're obliged to be together, but they don't have the friendship where they can chat about other things, about other mutual things. And you can imagine during the pandemic, and you have to be with your spouse, but you don't have that type of connection, you know. So that connection has helped us to be here today. And I can't deny it, babe. Like from the time we met until now, I still feel the same way, probably more, you know. Nothing, nothing has changed. So nothing has changed. So it has really worked for us. Like we are on the 13th year of being together, but obviously the 7th year of being married. But the same thing, the same principle has
Yeah.
kept us this far.
So you had that, guys. 14 but 7 and married.
Yeah.
That's how long she made me wait.
Yeah.
And I had to pursue the whole time. Anyway, so yeah, I think one of the things which what you just spoke about, leads us smoothly to talk about is intimacy.
Yeah.
You know why I paused?
Why?
We've really come a long way to be able to talk about intimacy freely. It's still a topic that,
Sensitive.
because of our background, in the church, in our culture, you don't talk about those things. But I think it's really, really important. Again, it brings that connection to both of you as a couple,
Yeah.
to reunite as a couple. So intimacy plays a very important role, and this goes, even further. Besides just the act of actually of being intimate, it goes further. It's important to guard this area.
Yeah. Yeah.
To make sure that it belongs to just the two of you. At least that's what we believe, right?
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that is because only very few things can we call our own nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take a picture of yourself and put it online, it's usually most of the platforms, at least that I know,
Mm.
that picture doesn't belong to you
Yeah.
only from that point on.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to I'm just trying to speak to the fact that we need to guard our intimacy, to make sure that it's revived, to do whatever we can to make sure that it remains
Up to date.
up to
Yeah.
date. I nearly said adventurous.
Yeah, but then adventurous. So that you don't find yourself
Adventurous.
trying to look for something outside that
Exactly.
you saw somewhere. Because,
Exactly.
like you're saying, it's a topic that Christians, because you're from a Christian background,
Mm.
they shy away from it. But it's one important aspect. And I wanted to say, it's also connected to communication. It's also connected to communication because we are different in in how we react or in how we respond. Some of us or different people, different women would require an SMS 3 hours before you get home, where you get those type of emojis or lovely SMSs before you can get home and all that. Yeah, okay, no, I get where you're going to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's true. They really connect. All these things are connected. When you
Yeah.
talk about friendship, communication, intimacy, among the things that we spoke about, they really connect.
Yeah.
So sort of like one can't do without the other.
Without the other.
To have a whole, friendship, relationship. Yeah. So I think the other thing that has really helped us is the fact that we allow each other to be who they are.
Yeah.
Or do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Not whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Whatever they want to do has to be communicated first.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to stay away from that statement, because whatever you like could mean something else. Yeah. Okay. But where I'm coming from is, as I said earlier on, my wife runs a business. I'm saying she runs it because I'm not that active. I'm just funding it. Yeah. So she runs a business, and I understand when she's busy with her business. I understand when she's busy with her career. She's got a prayer group with powerful women.
Powerful women. Okay.
Yeah, you're part of the powerful women.
Okay, now
right?
We receive, yes.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I claim it for my girls.
So I allow her to spend. I think recently we've been spending an hour every day. Just to be with the other ladies and spend some time in prayer. So I think it's something that has really helped us, to understand that as much as we are one, she has also herself, I have also myself, the things I aspire to do, the things I want to do. She understands that if I want to go work in my workshop, I need time off, to cool off after a hectic day.
Yeah, or if you want to buy your own tools, which you buy almost every week, and I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
It's his hobby, so yeah, okay.
I think that's good.
I've
started though. But anyway, so yeah, it's really important to allow each other to do what you want to do. So, and I know when I first approached you, I told you a lot of things. I hope I didn't say I'll buy a train, but I think we do promise.
You did. No, you just said you're gonna buy the whole world for me. I'm still waiting for the whole people to evict.
I hope you knew I was just
you're trying to score points for yourself, but you know what, your personality and who you are was enough to just score points for you. If I was to marry again, I'll marry you again, my friend.
Sorry, ladies. Yeah. So what were we talking about?
We're talking about how we allow each other to be ourselves.
Yeah, it's important.
Is one thing that has led us to be where we are today, because nobody's gonna feel suffocated. Nobody's feeling suffocated. Nobody's feeling like they're not achieving what they want to achieve in life. So which takes us to the next point of support. Like we support each other's plans and each other's dreams, and which is one important aspect for us women. I don't know about you men, like, but when I have your backup, when I have your full support in whatever that I want to do, I know I'm sorted. And it's something that has really worked out for us to be where we are today. Like he already mentioned, I got a business, and the fact that I told him about it, though it didn't make sense at the beginning.
It did. I just thought, you know,
Yeah,
it's a
you were
it's a
not
lady's business.
you were not the one who
Apparently,
was
there's men
pregnant.
who do it.
Exactly, but you were not the one that's pregnant. So what stands out is the fact that it's normal and it's common that if you were the one who is pregnant, you would be the one who understands the purpose and who understands that God given gift that you need to birth. But you from outside, it's natural not to understand
Mm.
the purpose or to understand the vision that somebody is carrying. But one thing that has worked for us is the fact that though you would not take it the way I took it, but the support, not only business wise, but even emotional support when you are from work and you've just been going through a lot, or emotional support like monetary wise, and just all that, and
Yeah.
it's one important aspect, because for us as women, when you're really down and you're really broken, the only thing that you need is that shoulder and that those words that are telling you it's going to be okay. And it's one thing that you constantly give, and it's really working out. I can't
Yeah.
complain.
Yeah, and guys, it's what we are sharing is what we believe has worked for us and what we
Yeah.
know has actually worked for
Yeah.
us. And we're not saying that it's been perfect. We've done
Yeah.
everything that we're
Yeah.
saying to the T. You know,
Yeah.
there's been up and downs,
Yeah.
and when you're talking of support, I just wanted to add that you know my wife comes. We live in Gaborone, right?
Yeah.
My wife's home village is 430 kilometers away from here.
Yeah.
My home village is 100 kilometers, right?
Mhm.
So one of the things that I had to learn in our journey, when you talk of support,
Yeah.
is to understand that even though Francistown is far,
Mhm.
little things like when you say you want to go see your mom for one day,
Yeah.
for me to come with you, and
Yeah.
even though I had
Other planes.
other plans, but
Yeah.
the fact that you miss your mom, or if there's
An event.
an event,
Yeah.
a family gathering that needs to happen, she needs to show up with her friend.
Yeah.
Most of the time, especially for important events like your marriage negotiations,
Yeah.
things like that, or cultural events.
Events. Yeah.
So support goes all the way
Yeah.
up to that level.
Yeah.
One of the things that we've spoken a lot about in our marriage, we've spoken a lot about it also with our friends, is to know that when we are married,
Yeah.
my wife is new to my family and I'm
Yeah.
new to her family.
Mhm.
Her family knows her better. They don't know me.
Yeah.
And the same way applies to me.
Mhm.
So she needs to support me.
Yeah.
So she speaks Kalanga.
Mhm.
I'm still learning, but I can hear.
But you're doing well, right?
Yeah, I can hear.
You can hear and you can speak.
Yeah. So your family knows you more than they know me.
Yeah.
So you need to cover up for me.
Yeah.
That shows support.
Mm.
She needs to, even when she knows that I've done something and they say I've done it and it's a bad thing,
Yeah.
she needs to cover me and show that she stands with me either way,
Yeah.
because otherwise those brothers from the north, you know how big they are.
Yeah.
They will crush me.
Yeah.
So it's really important to support each other, even to that
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
To know that when I'm in the north, you know,
I
they
have
are
to-
looking up to her
Yeah. Yeah.
to see how they should see me
Treat you
or treat me,
or speak to
and
you.
the
Yeah.
same way my side.
Yeah. Even if we had a misunderstanding, one thing that has worked for us, like we said, we're just gonna talk about what has worked for us so far, which has really maintained peace, is the fact that even if we had a disagreement, um, one thing that has worked for us is the fact that I wouldn't go and tell my parents or tell my siblings that we had this type of a disagreement. Because one thing we understood from the beginning, I guess it was just the wisdom of God, which is the next point that we're going to talk about of what has really worked for us. The main major thing. So it's the fact that he, even if we can have a disagreement, he wouldn't go and share it with his mom or with his dad. I wouldn't do the same with my mom about him, because they, our parents, they just have a soft spot for us. And if I go and tell my mom that we had this type of a disagreement, and then we make amends, we're at peace with it, they're never gonna forget it. So this is one thing that has really worked for us, and I've come to understand that most marriages are having trouble simply because of people outside, of family members. But them, they'll be fine, but the trouble will be coming from outside, and then which will cause me to say, but then you had your mom, she was talking to me this way, and you never said anything. So what has worked for us is the fact that we don't wash our linen in public. Is that the right? Is that the right?
Yeah.
The right statement to use?
Yeah.
Yes, we don't wash our linen in the public. And I remember one time my mom asked me, she was just, "What, didn't you guys ever fight?" Like, because she never hears anything that I say to her about my husband or what's happening. But of course, we do have some disagreements, and we do have the upset moment where we are not fight with each other. But then the next point that I was saying, we're gonna talk about it. What really has the major thing that
Major.
has, yeah, major thing
Major.
that has really made us to push this far, and we believe that it's gonna propel us to the future many more years, is God.
God with capital.
God.
Yeah, God Himself.
It's God Himself.
The owner of life.
Yes.
Mm.
I remember when we agreed to go into this relationship. Do you remember? When we spoke, we prayed about it to God, and I remember we asked God that please, I can't remember properly the accurate words, but I'm just gonna paraphrase. But I remember we asked God, "Oh Father, help us that we get married, so that our marriage may become an example to other youth." So it's like we just dedicated our relationship to God, and we said to Him, when we go into this relationship, we're gonna dedicate it to you, and then it's gonna be an inspiration to other people, not for our glory, but for His glory. So from the onset, we invited Him, and from the onset, He has been our pillar. From the onset, He has been the center of the marriage. I remember my boyfriend at that time, because we're in South Africa, so we used to stay in different apartments, in different apartments. So he had came by, and then we spoke, and then we had a misunderstanding, and then he left for his house, and I remained home, and then there I was crying, and then he went home, and he says he went and he prayed. While he was praying,
You said he prayed like. Did you
I
believe I
I
prayed?
believed you, but now
Okay.
today
Not
you
just
say,
just
okay.
not
I hope
just.
it was not one of those ways of scoring points.
No, I really I'm a prayerful person.
Okay, he said
That laughter is just because I'm confirming, right? It's
yeah,
not
no,
because.
babe, I believe you come
You
elsewhere.
believe me.
I
You
believe
see it.
I
You,
believe you.
you see
Because
it all the time.
yes, I see it all the time, and I believe it because you said it. You said it, and I still remember how you were that day when you came back to my house and you told me, I went home, I was angry, and then I said to God, God, I can't, which is gonna take us to the next point where you're gonna tell us about how we met, because it connects to that, because you went to God and then you said, God, is this the woman that you've given me? But if this is the woman that you've given me, I don't think I'll manage, just because of that disagreement. Oh, my husband is a peace lover. But I think he was at fault at the same time. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk about that in this episode.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
we met, because
Yeah.
it's a whole episode altogether.
Yes.
And we will share it, just to, I know one of the things that, people wonder or, spend time on,
Yeah.
is whether someone is the right person.
Yeah.
So we'll be sharing it, just to show that, there's many right people out there. Definitely. Definitely.
So, God being the pillar and the center of our life, we involve Him in everything that we do, and I believe, though we speak about communication, we speak about how we give each other a chance to fly and to explore in terms of career wise, how we support each other, and um, all that, those things that we just mentioned. But I believe that the number one and the most and the main important aspect of the whole thing of having a successful marriage is making God the pillar and the center of it all.
Yeah. And that essentially means, praying together.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to be in the same church, because I've seen couples that go to different churches,
Yeah.
or actually believe the same things. But, praying together, making sure that you believe the same thing.
Yeah.
And,
Same doctrine.
yeah. And, again, it's just related to one of the points you spoke about, allow and help each other to bring the best
out of
each other in terms of the spiritual growth, support each other and stuff like that.
Yeah. When you're talking about that, do you remember that pastor that we went to for counseling, who asked us, why do you think you are in Kamu's life? That was the question, right? And then we kept on answering like, because I love him, I want to marry him. And then the pastor says, no, but the main purpose you are in each other's lives is so that you may kill each other and bring out Christ. And
like, what?
And that's so true, hey?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the bridegroom will be coming. And we know that marriage that we're in is likened to the coming celebration, where the bridegroom is going to be meeting the bride, which is the church. And it's important before the Lord, and therefore that is why he only can be the pillar and the center of it all, and to ensure that it can go accordingly, because he created marriage.
Yeah.
So without him, without God, marriage can't work. Without prayer, marriage can't work, because with God in it, he will teach you how to drive it. He will teach you how to be intimate with your partner. He will teach you how to cook. He will teach you how to speak to each other. Definitely he will do that.
Yeah.
In plans that we have, we pray about it, we tell God about it, and then he provides.
Yeah.
Financially, he provides. The kids, we talk to God about it. Anything that we don't understand pertaining to marriage, we talk to God about it. Obviously through prayer, and then he comes through. It's a matter of faith. It's a matter of faith. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I cannot overemphasize how important, you need God in your relationship, right?
Yeah.
Just to involve in everything that you do,
Yeah.
it will take you a long way. So we have a saying in Setswana,
Yeah.
"Moja morago ke kgosi."
Yeah.
How do you say that in English, honey?
The one that eats last is the king.
Yeah,
Remember, I used to be an
directly.
interpreter.
Right. So after speaking about God,
Yeah.
those are the things that have helped us, and ultimately, it's obviously some.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to share the main things that we can share with you at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. The few things that helped us to be where we are. We are happily married after 14 years of knowing each other, 7 years of chasing, and 7 years of a beautiful marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Please make sure that you subscribe. If you've already subscribed, press the notification bell so that you are alerted of our next episodes.
Yes, and if you have any questions concerning the episode that we did today, just write in the comment section and then we will definitely answer that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.